Good morning. I'm Inga Cotton with San Antonio Charter Moms. I'm the founder and executive director. And during these unusual times when we're home with our families and working from home, educating at home, a lot more than we're used to, I've been coming online at around 9 a.m. each weekday to, just connect with the community and share and talk about what's on our minds. So today is Friday, April 3rd, and I wanted to talk about hope, about things that we're looking forward to. Trying to close out the week on a positive note. So let's see. So this is the second week that my kids have been working on packets prepared by their teachers, and they have the option of either picking it up at school on Monday or downloading it. So we've been downloading it and just printing what we need. We put it in binders with some dividers that helps them kind of follow the instructions and do the readings they need to do, fill out the worksheets that they need to do, do the little art projects, things like that. So it's gone pretty well. There's a transition coming over the weekend. Let's see, I need to get Zoom set up on their devices, so there's going to be some scheduled times when they'll need to connect with their classes over Zoom. So some of y'all have done this already. So if you have advice about it, like like how to mute and unmute, things like that, feel free to comment, send us a message, give us some advice. Also, I'll probably ask for advice in the San Antonio Charter Moms discussion group. So if you're not already a member, please join. We've been trying to support each other as all of us abruptly became not really homeschoolers, but kind of quarantine parenting, I guess, pandemic parenting. So Monday is when my kids will start doing Zoom with their classes and their teachers, and then I think at some point next week they'll get the logins to start using Google Classroom. So I've used Google for all kinds of things like Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets. I'm still learning. I'm lucky I have friends like my friend Martha who are experts, and they will get us unstuck. And so like Martha set up a bunch of great stuff for the parent organization that so we've been using a lot of amazing features on Google. So I'm curious. I'm a little nervous but excited about what Google Classroom will be like for the kids. And that one thing that I think is great is that around noon today, the executive director, Andrew Ellison for Great Hearts Schools in San Antonio, is going to do a Facebook Live to tell us families, kind of what to expect. Like, how does classical education make the transition from what we're used to is like seeing our kids, speak in class and do seminars and read from their paper books, and so it's almost proudly low tech, the Great Hearts experience on campus. So how will that transition to using modern classroom technology online for distance learning? So I'm eager to hear that, and if y'all want to tune into the Great Hearts Texas page at noon, I think that'll be really interesting. And I'm going to share it in the Charter Moms group as a watch party, so we can kind of all listen in together. I think it's great when leaders are, using tools like Facebook Live to communicate with parents. I'm really impressed with what Idea Public Schools has been doing. Tom Torgelson and Irma Munoz have been going online on Wednesdays at 6, and we're also doing watch parties for that in the group. But I mean, they've been very candid about, what school closures mean. Tom's wife demonstrated. She's a doctor in the Valley, and she demonstrated really, really good hand washing techniques. I was taking notes. It's good to know, right? It matters now. So how to be really careful about washing your hands. Just all things we really need to know. So those are things I'm a little nervous, but hopeful about what how classroom technology will make distance learning better for my kids, so they can connect with people. I guess for our family, I'm thankful that it seems like the stores are getting better stocked. We've been able to find food deliveries. Yesterday I went to Walmart grocery pickup, and there were no substitutions in my order. That's that hardly ever happens, even when it's not a pandemic. So, and the staff practice really good social distancing. So, they just put the stuff in the back of the van and press the button, and we're on our way. So, one thing we were able to enjoy this week was I guess we'll call it April's Giving, right? So we roasted a turkey, and then the next day we had soup. So we got 2 good dinners out of the turkey. So even though it's not November, if turkey is what they have in stock, then sure enough, you can roast a turkey. Go right ahead. Maybe you're doing, if you're having like Easter celebrations and you can't have a big family gathering, maybe each family on their own can find like a mini turkey and roast it, and then have a nice like FaceTime or a Zoom chat or Google Hangout or Google Duo, whatever your connecting technology is. We've had a few hiccups with. So we have some dear friends who live in Chicago. And we had a time set up when our daughters could play games together from a distance. Unfortunately, in their house, their internet connection will only support 1 video call at a time, and one of the parents had to work. So while parent was online on their Zoom meeting, the kids couldn't connect. So we're gonna try again today. So that's hope, is that even if your bandwidth is giving out on you. Hopefully there's another day when you can, get online and play games. We're just trying to find like what other games that you can play online. So if you have suggestions, we found out we had different editions of Battleship. So some families do have the same edition we do. We just need to get on the same page. I saw, this was not necessarily for young kids, but the game Exploding Kittens has a distance version. You can download the new instructions for quarantine kittens. We haven't tried that one yet, but chess is a good one. And then I think it just seems like kids they like showing each other their rooms, right? They'll take the phone on FaceTime and they'll introduce each other to all their stuffed animals, and they'll show each other their toys. And it's cute because it's like they're visiting each other in person, but they're just really proud of their rooms. I don't know. Do your kids do that? Do they when they get on their video call, they want to just show each other their rooms? I don't know. I know for myself, I don't want them to go to the kitchen because I can't seem to keep up with the dishes. But yeah, as long as they keep it in their room, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with the whole house tour. Our house is not ready for that. I guess other things we're looking forward to. We've been watching when new movies are going to come out on streaming, right? Since we can't go to movie theaters. So I know Frozen 2 has been really popular. And the messages in that are really helpful. Of when you don't know what to do, just try to figure out the next right thing, right? And it has great songs. So Frozen 2 is a favorite. My friend Laura said that the movie Call of the Wild, which is a live action version with Harrison Ford, that's going to be available for streaming. And that's a great classic book, and now it's on film. So that could be a good family movie night. And then something we're really looking forward to is that Trolls 2 is coming out next week on streaming. So we're all really excited about Trolls 2. Again, cute animation, lots of good songs. Yeah, so we're excited about Trolls 2. So I don't know if you have streaming movie or TV show suggestions. Let us know, because maybe it's something that folks haven't thought of, or it's weird to think of some of these movies are coming direct to digital instead of going to the movie theaters first, right? Some movies they've just postponed the opening date, like Kingsman. We really want to watch that one, but it just got pushed back. So but I'm thankful that they are putting new movies out on streaming, because it's really beneficial to us who love movies and miss the movie theater experience. So just pop your own popcorn, put your feet up. I guess something that we're all going to, the kids and me are going to read a book together, read part of a chapter each night. We'll see how it goes. It's a little hard to find sometimes books that work for different age levels and different reading levels. So I'll give you guys an update on that. We're trying to get started. One thing that I'm learning is I need to get better about letting go of guilt, because sometimes I will make a plan and write dates and times and this is all going to happen, and then kind of life happens and we don't get started, and the schedule slips. And I think the important thing is to remember is just each day is a fresh start, and if you're trying to build a new habit, it's not always smooth at the beginning. And, there's only so many, like, kind of hooks, like first thing in the morning, or right after a meal, or, and sometimes, some things just have to get done, right? Like the schoolwork, we have to block out a certain amount of time for schoolwork and for meals and for exercise. And so if we're trying to add things on top of that, like, okay, this is going to be family reading time, that's kind of separate from your schoolwork. So it takes time. It's good to build new habits because it adds structure during what can be kind of a confusing time. Like, I'd say so far we've been pretty good about bedtimes, but, and not judging, you do what works, but, some families might be kind of getting their schedules flipped. They have a bunch of night owls, and there's no particular reason why there's no bus or bell in the morning forcing you to get out of bed. So, you do you, right? I mean, I know families who turn into night owls every summer, and it works for them. And Laura was telling me, she said, it's almost like we're in this like really long summer kind of. Right, because so her kids go to Idea Public Schools, and they've officially announced that they're not coming back in their buildings during this school year. Their school year was set to end on May 22nd, and so combine that with the governor's order, it wasn't enough time to make sense to go back to the building. And they've really been leaders on like getting their students connected digitally. So I think it really makes a lot of sense for them to just say we're going all digital for the rest of this school year. I know it's tough we have a shout out to Shelly, who's a great member of our group, and she takes care of a senior at Idea South Flores, and his coffee pot is still at school. He misses his coffee pot, but she got him a new one at home. And he's a senior, and he's missing out on senior traditions. And I feel really bad for the seniors. This is not what they expect. This is not what they bargained for. So if you know a senior or have a senior in your family, or even like a 5th grader or an 8th grader, because those are all like milestone years, just give them an extra hug. Find ways to go do some DIY portraits on the front porch, or find little ways to mark this rite of passage, because they're not getting to celebrate it like how they normally would. We are still trying to build new habits. There's almost too many great opportunities as far as like videos you can see online. I'm going to try to share those in a more consistent way on the page, right? So like the San Antonio Symphony, the musicians each in their own homes, playing together, coordinated online. Like they have a new thing on YouTube. So go look up San Antonio Symphony on YouTube, and it warms my heart to see these great musicians that I miss being able to see them on stage, right? Or in ensembles like Camerata San Antonio or the Olmos Ensemble, or we have kind of a running list of like, when the pandemic is over, what do we want to do? And I know there's things. I know going to chamber music concerts, going to the symphony, that's on our list. Going to Bird Bakery and getting cupcakes. We miss you, Bird Bakery. Going to I really want to take my kids to the Renaissance Festival. And so when I was chomping down on a turkey leg the other day, I was like, man, I wish I could just go to the Texas Renaissance Festival, huzzah, and smoke turkey leg there. So I don't want to dwell on it too much, but it does give you a sense of hope to think about, like, okay, what will we do when the pandemic is over, right? And think about what matters to you, what can you get creative and find ways to do, knowing that we're working with a set of constraints, right? What can we do to make life special? So I hope you have a family movie night. I hope you have like an April's Giving. I hope you have some Zoom or FaceTime calls with relatives near and far, so you can catch up on things, watch babies grow, see pets reach milestones, just find those moments of hope. So I'm going to take a break over the weekend, and I will be back on Monday at 9-ish. Stay dry. Find some good games to play. Find some yoga or dance break videos, because it's going to be a little extra challenging with this rain. But I have faith that we will get through this. All right, take care, y'all. Bye.